Content creation is one of the most hottest skills to learn in 2025, and many people have their own ways of going viral on platforms like YouTube or even Instagram for that fact. But what many people don't know how to do is actually attracting an organic audience from their own organic content, or in simple words, going viral authentically. And there's only one skill that can help with that, which I'm going to share in this video. So stick around, watch the whole video through, and comment whether you're also creating content on YouTube, and maybe I might even check out your channel. But first things first, nowadays I've been seeing a lot of content on YouTube and Instagram, and the content that's being produced is of course very high retention. You see a lot of people that post content, purely education content. That's all right, of course, that's not like a huge problem. The thing is though, is that your organic audience is only fixated on the educational content. If you do, let's say, suppose post a day in a life video or any sort of video that was aside from your educational content, your audience will not be able to resonate with. And so there are also some other case scenarios where you are a small channel and you are trying to grow an audience like I am right here, and you just aren't able to figure out how you can capture that audience and how you can inevitably keep that audience with you and nurture that audience for years and years. Well, the only skill that's going to help you in getting an audience, in engaging the audience and keeping the audience on your platform, on your channel, is by learning how to write effectively. Now, there's so many YouTubers out there who are mentioning how to write effectively. You need to understand the whole essence of learning how to write in order to gain that audience, in order to attract that viewer to your video, because content is basically writing. It always starts out as writing, whether you're making a YouTube video, whether you're making an Instagram reel, a LinkedIn post, or even just a simple tweet on Twitter or X as we call it nowadays. It all starts by writing effectively. And if you do fail to understand how to write effectively in this era, then I'm sorry, then you will not be able to gain a huge audience. That's why it is so important to learn how to write and know that whatever you're writing, it should directly affect to what the viewer is actually listening or reading, okay? So whenever you're writing, for example, a YouTube script, you should know that whatever the topic you're about to talk about, how am I actually going to attract the viewer when they click on the video perhaps, and maybe make them watch the first 30 seconds, the first 1 minute, the first 2 minutes, and then throughout the whole video, watching the whole video through. But a serious problem, and there are two problems for that fact, is that number one, at a very major scale, the important skill of learning how to write effectively is not being taught at a very young age. You see schools nowadays, whatever country you're living in, they will not teach you how to write effectively. Instead, they will make you write things like essays, maybe even reports. They will not tell you why you're writing this piece of content. They will only say that you just need it for the grade, or you need to pass this exam, or you need to pass this class, you need to graduate high school, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that is not a valid reason to why you're learning the skill. And even if you are learning the skill, they're not really teaching it to a point where you can actually use it outside of school. Learning how to write effectively is learning what engages the reader or the audience, how you can convert that audience or that viewer into a potential customer perhaps, or even a potential, subscriber or follower on your account. Those are the things which consist of learning how to write effectively, and in the end benefiting from that and gaining a huge audience. So what I suggest is that if you're not learning how to write, let's say scripts, maybe even, proper emails for that fact, then you should take the initiative and start learning how to write yourself. The second bigger problem now, and it's a very modern problem which has appeared in the last couple of years, and that is the use of AI when it comes to writing content. Now, I am also part of this, which meaning that I've also used AI to write my own scripts, to write my own posts, even emails for that fact. And of course, it's not a bad thing if you use it occasionally, but the problem comes when you start using it so many times that you aren't able to critically think. And in order for you to not critically think, you are not able to articulate your thoughts from here onto your paper or onto your screen. Therefore, if you are someone who does use AI to an extensive amount, in a way that you even making AI to write your own emails, then I please want to say to you that do not ask AI to write your emails. Just for bigger tasks, or even if you need help in rewriting something, then go ahead. But for you to actually know how to write effectively, to learn this major skill in 2025, you have to practice the skill of course itself. And that only comes by when you pick up your pen, or when you start, tapping on your keyboard and just bringing thoughts to paper or bringing thoughts to your screen. That's how you effectively learn how to write. And I'm telling you, this skill is so beneficial that many people, even businesses for that fact, will pay you large amounts just to write content for them. Whether it's posts, video scripts, or even just descriptions for videos, titles for videos, even at a very minute scale, you will still be able to make heaps and heaps of money out of this. So now you know what the skill actually is, and you know why it's not being taught and why it's so necessary in 2025. The real question comes, how do I actually learn it? Now, if you are a high school student, or if you are someone in the later stages of their education, you can possibly go up to your teacher or professor and maybe ask them, could you touch upon this part of writing? Could you help me understand how to write sale content? Could you help me how to write effective emails for that fact? Always asking help from your teachers who, aside from the actual content that they're teaching, is a best way to do it, because there are professionals in this field. Other than that, if you want to self-study, then there are obviously so many courses on websites like Udemy or even Coursera. Even Google, for that fact, has their own writing course. Aside from that, you will also find many courses on YouTube. So if you want to learn how to write effectively, then make sure you go to websites like Udemy, Coursera, and any other course websites and get official courses from there. Paid, free, does not matter. If you want a paid one, go ahead, get it. Otherwise, free ones will also work. Now, I personally was thinking of making my own course of how to write effectively, since I am used to writing my own scripts. I am used to, writing, content for YouTube, even blog posts for that fact, emails even. So if you do want me to make something like that, then comment down below course, and I'll make sure to think about it and maybe even plan for the future. But I hope this video was helpful. If you guys want to see my results after 30 days of posting 30 shorts consistently, then I'll have the video up on screen right here. And other than that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.